in the Musée du Louvre, and we're looking at Michelangelo's two slaves. These were originally intended for Pope Julius II's tomb, and they date from 1513 to 1515.
So Pope Julius II commissioned Michelangelo to sculpt his tomb. The original plans were for a very elaborate tomb with more than 40 figures. Michelangelo was pulled off to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Then the tomb was redesigned, and there were 3 figures made for this next version of the tomb. The 2 slaves that we see here, together with Moses, who is actually on the current version of the tomb, which is in San Pietro in Vincoli in Rome. These 2 figures were not needed for that final version, and so here they are in the Louvre.
This figure represents the soul's struggle against bonds of temptation and sin. We see this by the way his body seems to be stiff, even though the position he's in isn't exactly uncomfortable. This figure was never completed.
Michelangelo de Lodovico Buonarroti Simoni, known simply as Michelangelo, was an Italian Renaissance sculptor, painter, architect, and poet. He was born in 1475 in Caprese, Italy. When he was still very young, his family returned to Florence, and his mother died when he was only 6 years old. Michelangelo's father sent him to school, but he was not very interested in learning what was taught there.
Michelangelo to see you, Your Holiness. Who? Michelangelo, the famous Renaissance artist whose best-known works include the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel and the celebrated statue of David.
Very well.
In 1514, he returned to Florence
All right, that's enough, they've got it now.
Oh.
Good evening, Your Holiness. Evening, Michelangelo. I want to have a word with you about this painting of yours, The Last Supper.
The stone-carved features of the Italian Renaissance icon, the David, is a far cry from the actual physique of his creator. A series of rare portraits now on display in Florence, Italy shows that. The exhibition, The Face of Michelangelo, focuses on the physical likeness of the Tuscan master, and proves he never saw or used himself as a model of male beauty. According to art historian Giorgio Vasari, Michelangelo had small eyes, large ears, a broken nose, thin lips, and a thin forked beard.